Alright, everybody. Nice to meet y'all. My name is Juan Palomino. I'm a citizen of the U.S. Navy, as you can tell. I'm an ABH, and I just want to come and tell y'all how it really is and try to explain to people who don't know and are joining in or thinking about joining the military or the Navy, to be exact, how it is and what to expect. Alright. So first things first, you gotta go to your recruiter. Talk to your recruiter. Tell them, hey, this is the idea of a job I want to get. Don't let them fool around with you, because some of them might. I'm not saying it goes for all of them, because a lot of them do tell the truth, but some of them might not. Just the only people I trust personally are really just my mom and dad, and so I've always just kept that with me. Just make sure I don't really get screwed over. So for my job, I don't feel like I got screwed over. I honestly do enjoy my job. So I'm an aircraft firefighter as an ABH. So I'm on a crash and salvage team. To explain that to you a little bit more, you go as an ABH if you do pick the route as an ABH, or you could do it as an airman pack sailor. That's another topic, but we're gonna stick on ABH right now. You can go as a blue shirt. You're gonna start off as a blue shirt, right? So you're gonna go to A school, which is in Pensacola, and it's honestly a pretty good time there. I had fun, meet a lot of good people, learn a lot of cool things. But that's just a stepping stone. So really, what you're there to do is just learn your job and stay out of trouble. A lot of people go there, they go crazy, they get tattoos. I mean, it's cool, you can get tattoos, but they just spend all their money right away and boom. They're not even at their first duty station yet. So what you're there to do, just keep that in mind. Just do your job, learn your job, and you should be okay. You should be good. You should be set. So get that knocked out the way. It's a month long. It's not a very long school. It's not hard at all. You shouldn't fail any classes. The instructors are really there to help you too. So if you need help, you can go up to them and talk to them at any time, and they'll help you. No problem. They're fine with it. That's what they're there for. Or you can even have study sessions with your friends. A group of buddies. Grab a group of buddies. Go over the manual they give you. Read through it. You should be able to get through it. So once you get through that, you're coming up to graduation. They're asking you to pick a choice of coast. You can choose overseas, West Coast, or East Coast. Now that doesn't mean you're gonna get the coast you want to get. I know people that chose West Coast went overseas. I know people that chose East Coast went to West Coast. So you can get anything. Me, I chose overseas. So personally, I'm here in Japan right now, and I actually really enjoy Japan. So I know a lot of people didn't want to come here. A lot of people that came here were like, oh, I really didn't want to be here. I really want to go to San Diego or Washington or Virginia. Those are the bases we have. I mean, we have a lot more, but those are the ones that are more prevalent for sea duty. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually really happy I came to Japan. This is what I wanted. So you can get what you want, and just take it with a grain of salt. Stay humble, and just try to better yourself at your next duty station. Don't try to don't let people's negativity get in your head and let people get you unfocused from what you're there for. You're there to better yourself. But yes, I love Japan. Honestly, Japan's a really good place. All right, let me get off of that. We can talk about Japan later, but we're gonna talk about ABH right now. So you're gonna go to the fleet after A school, and you're gonna be a blue shirt. Now, what a blue shirt does is they really just chalk and chain the birds down. So what they do is the yellow shirt will park the bird, and the blue shirt will come up and throw the chalks on it, so around the wheel, so the bird doesn't move, and then they'll tie the chains down to make sure it's extra secure. And that's really your whole job, is just to do that. So once you get the hang of that, you're gonna move up eventually. You're not gonna stay in that one position. You're gonna move up eventually if you show that you're putting in the work to move up. If you show that you're working hard at it. So you got blue shirt, EOs, which is elevator operators. After EOs is tractors, which you drive you tow the aircraft around, and then you can go red or yellow. Now that's the big decision right there, red or yellow. If you go yellow, you can't go red for a while, maybe. It's really hard to go from yellow to red. And it's really hard to go from red to yellow in most cases, unless you're like a second class or a third class and you have all your quals over here. You can come over here and get some more qualifications. So this is where people struggle at. So me personally, when I came in, I was told crash and salvage was red. They're fight fires. I was like, okay, well, that's cool, you know. I wouldn't mind being a firefighter, but I've been told they sit around a lot. So I was like, you know, maybe that isn't for me. So I'm looking more into it. When I got to the fleet, I saw the yellow shirts were handling everything on the yellow shirt side, which is they control all the blue shirts. All the blue shirts listen to the yellow shirts. The yellow shirts are more of the supervisors. And crash and salvage is doing their own thing, kind of like, I would describe them as more like a football team. A lot of people say they're like a fraternity, but it's more like a football team. It's like a brotherhood. So crash and salvage does their own thing. They have their own work package, everything. I'm a little biased towards crash and salvage because I haven't crashed personally. So when I got here, I was asked by a fellow, an old crash person. No, I don't know how to say it. He was in crash before, and he's like, "Hey man, you know, you look pretty fit. You know, mind you, I just got out of high school, so I did play a lot of sports. He's like, you look pretty fit. Are you looking to go into crash? You know, they might talk to you." And I was like, honestly, bro, like I don't know what I want yet. We haven't even gone on deployment yet. And he's like, okay, well, you might want to start looking into it. Talk to a couple of the guys. They'll explain stuff to you, and then you can see which route you want to take. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I'm thinking about it, and I have a couple yellow shirts telling me like, so what do you want to do? You just got here. I know you just got here. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of pressure on you, a lot of questions being asked. But would you want to be yellow shirt too? Now they're not telling me I'm gonna be yellow shirt right away, but they're asking me like, would I want to do that later on in my path or my career? And I was like, honestly, I don't know at this point. I wanna take everything in and see how it is. So I went straight to crash and salvage. After I did the blue shirt thing, I got my qualification for blue shirt. I saw maybe this side isn't for me. So I was like, I'm more used to being on a team. And crash and salvage is, don't get me wrong, yellow shirts and blue shirts are a team. You got their own little flies and their own way of doing things, but I feel like crash and salvage is more the way for me. So I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go towards crash and salvage. So I went to talk to them. They showed me a couple things. They wanted to see how fit I was. So they made me pick up Randy, which is it's like a life-size doll. It weighs about 180 to 200, just to make sure that they're able to pick up pilots if the jet comes down and crashes. They gotta rescue pilots. They gotta rescue people. So they have this big, I would say, like it looks kind of like a mannequin. So and like, we want to see if you can pick it up. So I picked it up. Like, okay, can you give me like 50 push-ups? Okay, I gave them 50 push-ups, and then they wanted me to spell crash and salvage on a pull-up bar. I did that, and they were like, okay, so you look pretty fit. Now, why do you want to be here? And I was like, well, honestly, I don't know too much about crash, but I heard y'all more like a brotherhood, and like, I'm used to being on a team, and I think this is the right spot for me. And they're like, okay. Once you get your qualification, we'll come get you. So I got my qual. And then it was move up day. So we're handing out jerseys. Okay, so this person's gonna get EOs, this person's gonna get tractors, this person's gonna get yellow, and then crash had their jerseys. This person's gonna be in crash. So they called out my name, and of course they gave me a crash jersey. I was pretty excited for that. Now I had to go through the process of being a junior. Now that's a long process in itself. I have to get into another video into that. But it's really tough on you. It puts a lot of stress on you, but I feel like they do it. They do it to see if you can handle pressure. You can see if you can perform under pressure. Because when there's something happening, a crash happens or anything happens, you gotta go. You gotta snap on that light bulb in your head. You gotta go. You gotta move. And that's the reason they do it. So enough of crash. I can talk about crash all day. So you get EOs. EOs is elevator operators. So there's elevators on the aircraft carrier that lower and raise the jets. Those are the guys that do that. So you got tractors. Like I said before, those are the guys that tow the aircraft around, are driving the tractor, towing the aircraft around. It's honestly a pretty cool job. I've always wanted to try to do it, but I've always been kind of like, I don't know if I don't want to. I didn't want to like. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then yellow shirts are the ones that direct the aircraft around. They're moving the aircraft around. They put them on the catapults. They launch them. Boom. Once they recover, they move them around. They park them. That's a good job. That's a good job too. That's a cool job too. So there is a lot of working parts in ABH. It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it's a tough job, but it can get tough at times. The working hours can be a little long, and there's a little wear and tear sometimes on I would say on your sleep schedule. Sometimes you may not be able to eat. So you got to go down to the ship store and get a cup of noodles. Or but in a way it's very, I want to say, rewarding, knowing the stuff you're doing is real work and it really has a meaning for the Navy. You are the mission at hand, as a lot of people say. So it's pretty dope experience to experience all of that. And I would tell you a lot more. I'll put pictures up on the video to show y'all the blue shirts, the tractor drivers, and everything like that. I'll point it out for y'all. But it was nice talking to y'all. I hope I can make another video with y'all. If y'all watch this, please give it a thumbs up. You know, I wouldn't mind a couple subscribes either. I'm not asking for too much, you know. I'm just starting off. I know y'all don't know me too well, but if y'all don't know, I will tell y'all a little bit about me right now. I'm 21. I'm from Texas, San Antonio, Texas. I love fashion. I love shoes. I love to work out. So if y'all are interested in any of those things, come back. I'm gonna have a friend do a sneaker collection video with me, and it's gonna be a great time. You know, I'm gonna do a lot of cool things. I'm gonna try to post at least 3 or 4 videos a week if I can. I'm trying to get used to editing. It's my first video, but it should be fun, guys. And thank y'all very much if y'all do watch this.